My name is Richard Erikodi, and my background is accounting and finance. That's my professional background, and I've worked for many years within business, enterprise, and commerce and industry. And it's because of this background that I got into blockchain mainly to solve some of the problems that I've faced during my working life. And through that journey, I joined the blockchain ecosystem in 2014, and I've been interested in the technology that runs cryptocurrency, and that's where I've kept my interest in that time. I went into the EOS environment in 2017, 2018, which is quite good because to me it looked like a fairly good platform to build high performance applications that had underpinnings of blockchain. And through that journey, EOS, Telos, and here we are today on KOY network, which, as you said, is a blockchain built and optimized to support business, especially business enterprises looking to transition from Web 2 to Web 3. So we're building tools that will assist businesses to be able to transition safely and easily without being put off by the complexity of the blockchain world. So that's me.
Thank you, Richard, for this wonderful introduction. We appreciate having you here to share your insight of KOY with the community. So here's what we planned for today's session. Today's session can be divided into two segments. First, the project introduction. We will start with 5 introductory questions about KOY 2.0 to give everyone a solid understanding of the project. Then the next segment is live Q&A. We will open the floor to the question from the committee, so giving the committee an opportunity to engage directly with you.
All right.
So let's get started with segment 1, that is project introduction. So my first question to you, Richard. So what is KOY 2.0 and how does it represent a leap into the future of Web3 technology for businesses?
Oh, thank you for the question. KOY 2.0 is a layer 1 blockchain platform, which is designed to support high performance and scalable as well as user-friendly decentralized applications, and mainly those within regulated business, as well as your day-to-day businesses that interact with the regular people on the streets. And our blockchain in particular is targeted at those highly regulated businesses within fintech to provide them with an environment that is secure, one that helps them meet their regulatory requirements in their respective countries, low fees, as well as cultivating an active developer community within business enterprise. Our platform it's aimed at developers within business, but mainly the blockchain itself is optimized to specifically serve the $700 billion mobile money industry within Africa, for example, which, although is fairly technical, it's at a point where it needs forward movement technologically, and we believe that our platform will be able to provide them with that foundation to move on to the next generation of a mobile money business, as well as bring in a collaborative environment that will include businesses that are outside Africa that want to do business with Africa. And that's what we've built. So the platform, in order to handle the traffic that could potentially come into it, it's optimized, it's tested to roughly 10K transactions per second, which is essential for supporting complex and high traffic dApps. What we bring to the space specifically is a combination of technical expertise as well as a creative approach and the application of existing Web3 technology into everyday mainstream businesses. So on our platform, an example, NFTs, we've got a fairly creative approach to the NFT space where we'll be using some of the NFT applications to deploy business documentation, for example, or to secure trade finance and trade transactions, that type of thing. And beyond that, from a technical standpoint, our platform takes a hybrid approach where half of it is closed off in terms of the visibility of the transactions, and this is specifically to respond to some of the feedback we've had from regulators regarding user privacy around transactions. But the other half is completely open, has a block explorer where users can view transactions, provided they don't include a national currency, they'll be visible. But those that do, you'll be required to log on and pass certain access controls to be able to view those transactions. And even then, a user will only be able to see their transactions that are related to them and not third parties. Thank you.
Thank you, Richard. Thank you for that overview of KOY 2.0. So KOY 2.0, a layer blockchain tailored for fast dApps is indeed a significant step forward, particularly for business aiming to harness the full potential of Web3 technology. So KOY 2.0 not only enhances the efficiency and speed, but also opens up new opportunities for companies outside Africa to engage with the businesses within the continent. And this cross-border business relationship is crucial in today's interconnected world, and positioned KOY 2.0 as a pivotal player in driving economic growth and collaboration. Let's now dive a bit deeper into the specifics. So can you elaborate on the security features of KOY 2.0, such as access control, identity management, and data encryption?
I'm sure, I can. I'll speak to some of it, but the rest of it, which is a lot more technical, at some point you might be able to speak to our technical team, but also some of it, to keep the platform secure, we don't fully discuss the deep detail of it. But what we've built is a comprehensive and dynamic security framework that addresses various potential threats and vulnerabilities within our platform. What we've done is a combination of advanced encryption and stringent authentication protocols, as well as a real-time threat mitigation, which we're constantly monitoring to see if there are any issues that are arising. But crucially, we're also engaged in a continuous improvement program to make sure that we're up to date with what's out there that we can collaborate with or bring onto our platform to ensure that it's available and reliable for the very highly regulated applications that will be coming to our platform. Some of our security features include, like I said, encryption, but we specifically utilize the elliptic curve cryptography, ECC, for the security of transaction data and ensuring that the authenticity of digital signatures is guaranteed. We also, because of the protocol we use, this is the Antelope protocol, it allows for a multi-layered transaction authentication process where you could define permissions at account level or provide roles to accounts, which would then control them at such a granular level. The level of access that they have, or the type of transactions that can be signed by specific accounts. So it becomes a hierarchical permission system, which we feel is sufficient to ensure safe execution of transactions. And in our case, in terms of the use case around mobile money, it ensures that the DApp developer deploying a mobile money payments platform within a core network has a good control over their environment and ensures that they can meet the regulatory requirements as set out by their regulator. The other thing we do is that we incorporate real-time blacklisting capabilities, which would prevent fraudulent activities from taking place. For example, node operators can, where malicious accounts have been identified, can immediately flag and blacklist those accounts to ensure the safety of the accounts and the security of users' assets that are flowing through our platform. But that particular point is crucially only available to the node operators in order to ensure continuity of our platform. And finally, we've also developed a user portal. Now, this is on the access control, and this is in recognition that we are pursuing new users into Web3. So we've developed a portal that we're currently calling the KOY Network app, and it's a one-stop account management portal where users will access and manage their wallets within our blockchain. And it will also serve as a window to the KOY network ecosystem dApps by utilizing one global ID that will then allow users to access all the other dApps that deploy on the platform. And that's ready for use. And users could log to our website and be able to create an account, import their wallets, and be able to transact. So I encourage you to go over there and get to use it.
Yeah, it's impressive to hear about the emphasis on continuous improvement and the sophisticated security features of KOY 2.0. So if I want to break down a few of the key components, such as elliptical cryptography, that ensure strong cryptographic protection. And second is anti-lock protocol, prevents system unresponsiveness, and multi-layer transaction that reduce fraud risk with multiple security checks.
That's correct.
Hierarchical permission provide a granular access control. So this feature collectively make KOY 2.0 a secure platform for business. Now moving to my next question. So how does KOY 2.0 ensure reduced transaction cost and faster transaction processing for businesses?
Thank you. That's a great question. When we assessed the landscape in terms of making the choice for the blockchain protocol that we then settled on, the transaction cost was quite a high priority. And the platform that we utilize, the Antelope platform, is designed with efficiency and cost effectiveness at its core. And we found that very attractive. So we took that and we then further optimized it by a combination of a technical approach as well as just the economic model that we're building around it. But some of the things we've done is that we're utilizing upgraded infrastructure, which enhances the scalability and performance, and that allows for a high throughput on transaction volumes. So the more transactions pushed through per unit of time, the cheaper it is per transaction, and that then translates into an overall lower cost experience for all the users. And this is scalable, so it's designed to grow with any dApps that deploy on the platform, and that ensures a consistent performance within our platform. Secondly, because we've decentralized the architecture, we've made it more cost effective. For example, when you look at the mobile money platforms currently offered, they cost millions of dollars, in upwards of $30 million. But by decentralizing that part of the infrastructure, we bring the cost down to the hundreds of thousands, maybe $1 million, just to deploy a full payments platform, and we're spreading the load across multiple nodes and multiple time zones, and this essentially brings about a lower cost of transacting, and the total cost of ownership also comes right down, because you're not having as an enterprise developer, not having to invest fully, in the first instance, only to start recovering over time. So by approaching our platform, which is already optimized, it's already invested in, it negates the need for large upfront costs and therefore reduces overall cost per transaction for those that deploy on our platform. Additionally, our platform's frictionless transaction mechanism ensures that fees remain cost-effective, and this allows businesses to maintain efficient operations, and since they're not having to carry the weight of high transaction costs, they are able to offer much more efficient services, as well as services that are cost-effective for their users. And by leveraging our blockchain technology, we eliminate many of the intermediaries that are typically involved in traditional transactions, and therefore that also keeps the costs further down still. Finally, our robust approach infrastructure, which involves also we're taking a look at hardware at the hardware level to see what we can do around that to improve security, but also reduce the overall deployment cost of our network. And over time, we'll be able to inform the community of the outcome of our examination of that. But overall, our main motivation is to bring efficiency in terms of cost, in terms of speed, reliability, and an all-round improved experience both to the enterprise community as well as the customers that they serve.
Yeah, that's understandable. Thank you, Richard, for highlighting those aspects. So now moving to my next question. So with KOY 2.0 focusing on to building Africa's future, what industries do you see benefiting the most from your platform?
Yes, we are. We've got large dreams on this, and the vision is quite significant. But there's several interconnected but varied areas of industries that will be positively affected by our platform. At the core will be the fintech services, and specifically mobile financial services, which is quite a significant size business. But crucially, the success of mobile money within Africa it has been quite an important development for everyone that comes into contact with it on a day-to-day basis. So, our platform is optimized to serve that core group, and we'll utilize or leverage all the various opportunities offered by Web3, peer-to-peer transactions. Will help those to streamline payments, and for businesses that want to offer loan facilities, there'll be opportunities to leverage Web3 technology as we know it, staking and various other things, to then provide, everyday services. But collectively, this we feel will bring about a much more inclusive and efficient financial system, especially around the interoperability and collaborative approach. Purely because when you look at the current offering, we've got maybe roughly 200 providers, and of those, very few are actually interoperable, which makes it very difficult to transact, especially within countries and also cross-border. So by bringing everything onto one ledger, we'll be able to make it much more inclusive, available, and create new routes for trade and trade finance where possible. We'll also be offering access to digital assets, whether it's NFTs or on and off ramps for stable coins and various other national currencies where users will be able to interact with these. And we're hoping that will unlock new economic activities in these places, while at the same time streamlining revenue streams within that digital economy. The third area that we think will be positively impacted by our platform will be e-commerce and especially within social media. We'll be able to support. There are also shops. Entrepreneurs have set up shops within social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and others. So we're planning to offer them a much more integrated in-app payments service where possible, to simplify microtransactions and also to enhance their experience. Because one of the stumbling blocks is access to services like PayPal and Stripe and others. Are quite difficult to access because they need bank accounts. And if you're dealing with a large population of unbanked people, you're essentially excluding them from accessing the service. So by bringing ourselves and placing ourselves close to the users, in the mobile phone ecosystem, we should be able to offer them with much more accessible services. And then at network level, we'll be able to negotiate with the bigger players to then create a bridge between the users and them. And so because the cost structure will be able to support micropayments, which are quite key in these places where you've got low value but high volume transactions, which also need to be supported. A fourth area that we know will be impacted will be supply chain, and specifically the provenance of supply chains. We'll be offering solutions to ensure secure management of the overall supply chain and movement of goods through from producers right to the marketplace, to create an environment that is safe, that is verifiable, and that won't just be for product and produce, but also records. Specific information that needs to be secure and transported. To be secure while at rest and also while in transit. We'll be looking to provide infrastructure that will be able to secure such events. Another area that we are quite passionate about, we call it Internet of Trusted Things. And this is where we'll be connecting IoT and other devices onto our networks, but also by providing tooling to bring them directly on the blockchain, we'll be able to leverage the security infrastructure of the distributed ledger to be able to bring trust within the Internet of Things. And this, we call the Internet of Trusted Things because information that will be moving between these IoT devices will be secured by blockchain, and therefore there will be that trusted environment that we'll be looking to build. So these industries, among others, can leverage our platform, KOY 2.0's capabilities to innovate, to improve efficiency, and also to drive growth in the decentralized era, we think. And our platform significantly lowers various barriers to entry to these spaces, especially cost, speed, as well as security.
Thank you, Richard, for sharing that. It's exciting to see KOY 2.0 focusing on key industries in Africa. Fintech and mobile finance are clearly at the core, given their need for fast and secure microtransactions. And this optimization will undoubtedly drive growth in this sector. And e-commerce and IoT are also another great area that stand out to benefit significantly, as secure and efficient transactions are critical for its expansion. Now, moving to my next and last question of this segment. So, could you explain the tokenomics of KOY-NS and how they provide a compelling opportunity for ROI and passive income through staking?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, I think within the group we'll be sharing a graphic of the breakdown of our tokenomics, but the top line is there'll be 1 billion coins emitted, and there's a breakdown of those. Our launch pool is 40%. We've got 10% founders pool, and a key one is a 35% staking rewards pool, and I'll be speaking at length about that shortly. But we'll be publishing a breakdown of the tokenomics there. But the coin itself serves as a backbone of our ecosystem. It facilitates transactions and access to our platform to DApp developers. For our DAO, there'll be a governance opportunity, and as well as staking rewards that could only be gained by having access to our native token that we call coin. The staking mechanism involves contributing to the network stability by supporting the security of the network, and this process is quite fundamental to the decentralized nature of our platform, which will increasingly decentralize as we bring in additional block producers. The DAO will be activating and bringing in its own nominating community-based block producers, among other things, including how the staking pool is managed. Currently there's a method around it, but over time, because it's available for 5 years, there'll be an opportunity for our community to get involved in how it's managed and various other things. So there'll be that. We're utilizing a token that we call S-Coin, which helps us to measure accurately the time, the mechanic between time and staking, to then make ensure that the correct rewards are allocated in the right way, or correctly, if I could say that. So we will have a staking mechanism. Those that have already purchased coin will be already receiving staking rewards, which there's a mechanism in doing it. It requires claiming and various other things, but the reward structure we think is quite attractive. There's an APR of up to 20% currently, which is pegged on a pool of 70 billion coin annually to last for 5 years. But like I said, on the governance side of things, that staking pool will be something that I suspect members of the committee will be taking a look at to see how best to manage it and make it work going forward. So yeah, like I mentioned, we've got S-Coin, which we use to manage the staking and the rewards distribution. We'll be publishing more information about the technical mechanics of that as we go along, but it's a well-designed system. I like it. It's fairly transparent, and it's straightforward. It takes advantage of native blockchain technology and puts it forward in a very creative manner, which I hope others will like it as much as I do. Stakers will have a choice between liquid and staked coin. If you have it liquid, obviously you won't be able to access staking, but it will be available directly within your wallet, and you'll then be able to withdraw, to take it to exchange when we get there, and to move it around different accounts. We also offer flexibility of staking without a lockup period, which is immediate liquidity. But if you take the lockup period, although it will be available, there'll be a lockup which will then allow you to access much higher returns as you go along. In terms of passive income, there are various ways that that users will be able to access passive income. There'll be the returns on the staking, but also some of the dApps, and some of them have actually been involved in negotiations with them, the ones that are coming over. And one of the things that we're putting forward to them is to consider airdrops and returns to our community for those that get involved. And we feel that staking coin would present an opportunity for holders to generate additional returns, in an effortless manner. But crucially, they'll be able to access any other airdrops that might come along. And also, mobile money businesses will be involved in or participating in the movement of coin, and also some of the currencies that will be on there. So, I'm looking forward to some of the creative things that DApp developers will do with them. But these resources are available, and we're constantly encouraging them to consider the coin holding community in everything that they do. The other thing that the coin does is that it supports our network growth. Like our launch pool, which will be going out from this point onwards, will be available for users to be able to swap and acquire, both directly on a website that we're launching today, as well as from exchanges when we get the exchanges and DEXs. And that support will help us grow our network, bring about new developments, new creativity and innovations, but crucially also support some applications that do need the early support to be able to take off. I've been part of projects where just a lack of investment has basically driven to ground quite a few innovative and fantastic projects that then didn't quite make it. And in essence, coin staking offers a symbiotic relationship between the holders and the network, which provides an avenue for both passive income and network fortification. So, collectively, we'll all be benefiting from the acquisition of coin, the staking, and making sure that we're securing our network as well as supporting the coin economy, especially when it gets fully onto the exchanges. Thank you.
Thank you, Richard, for explaining the tokenomics of coins. The opportunity of ROI and passive income through staking coins is indeed compelling. It's clear that the design of coins is aimed to incentivize participation and provide tangible benefit to the investor and user, like making it an attractive proposition. And that's all for this segment. Now let's move to our next segment of our AMA, that is live Q&A from the community. So this is a great opportunity to get deeper insight into KOY 2.0 and how it benefits your business or investment strategy. So feel free to asking your questions, and let's get started with your questions. So I'm unmuting our first participant. Hello, Emperor, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Hello, guys. Hello, Richard. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Hi.
I love your energy, I must say. So cool, calm, and collected. I love the way you explain details. But let me go straight to the point. Currently, I'm on your website, and your staking reward says, currently this staking reward pool offers a generous 20% APY. Wow. I must say I'm quite flabbergasted by that. But I want to know, first of all, is this like a sort of strategy to attract investors, or that's how it's going to be? Because, some people give a great APY and eventually they, drop it down when they've gotten a certain level of users that they expect. So what's your strategy on this? Is that how it's going to remain, or it's a strategy?
Thank you for the question, and thanks for your enthusiasm, and I'm grateful for you joining us in this AMA. The short answer I'll give you is previously I've mentioned that we've got a staking rewards pool of approximately 350 million tokens, which may have moved a bit because we already ran it, but that is ring-fenced strictly for staking rewards. And currently it's at that rate, and because of the way staking rewards work, they're driven by the participation. So it could move the more people move into it. But in terms of the long-term strategy, the pool is there, and it will depend on how quickly it runs out. Will depend on how much of it is being offered out on the percentage return. Currently, it's allocated at 70 million tokens per year, so it's to run for roughly 5 years. And, as a business, we're not looking to change that. But because we're also looking for a very active community, it's available for community participation to decide which way they want to take it. A member could decide through the DAO to reduce the rate in order to increase the period of staking. That will be down to the community and how to manage that. But as a platform, that is ring-fenced, as is. So if nothing changes through community interaction, it will run for the foreseeable, for 5 years. And, we won't be changing that. But the strategy is to create an environment that is rewarding to those that join the project and join it early. We want to welcome as many people as possible within our project, especially if they're new to crypto. We're building tools that make it easier to join and operate, and therefore we want to make sure that that is adequately rewarded as well.
Okay. I'm impressed by that. That sounds good. So, very quickly now, talking about mobile financial. There's something about mobile financial I saw on your website. I'm trying to locate it. I can't find it again because
that's fine.
Okay, yeah, business applications. You said something about mobile financial services. Can you explain more about that? Because there are lots of financial services. Is it that you're partnering with banks, or how is it going to be? Just give me a brief overview of it.
Sure, I can do that. Mobile financial services, the group of businesses that are involved in that are your mobile money operators currently. And these are the ones that are offering their services through mobile platforms, the likes of Airtel, Safaricom with the M-Pesa, and various others within various countries. So we are specifically targeting that area of business. And we will have integration with banks because in some countries, there's actually a requirement for interoperability. But the mobile financial services industry specifically, those offering they're fintechs that prioritize mobile phone as a way of transacting. So our idea is to bring those on board onto our platform to encourage interoperability. That's one profile of client we're looking at, existing mobile telco that is not offering mobile money services. And we've identified there are about 60 across Africa that some of them even have licenses, but due to the prohibitive costs of platforms, they can't offer the mobile financial services. So we are approaching them with our platform, which is a lower barrier of entry. It's easier, it's quicker, it's much more up to date, and crucially, it offers interoperability to create opportunities for cross-border payments within countries to offer cross-network transfers. And that's the target area of business that we're looking to fully leverage our blockchain to assist in development and movement into the next generation of services.
All right, that sounds good. I still have a tons of other questions, but I'll keep it at this so that others can,
That's fine. Thank you. Join our Telegram group and ask as many questions as you want in there. We've got a very vibrant community of ambassadors at Twitter.
Okay, cool. I noticed you have a channel, but I believe you have a Telegram group soon as well. That's okay, though. Thank you.
Yeah, we do. Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for your question.
Okay. Before we proceed further, I would like to remind everyone about a key requirement for this today's AMA session. So to be eligible for the AMA rewards, it's mandatory for all participants to join the KOY Network's Telegram community and follow their Twitter account. This ensures that you stay updated with their latest news, updates, and announcements from KOY Network and remain an active part of their growing community. You can find all the links from CryptoClash announcement in Telegram or Twitter. Okay, moving to our next participant. Hello, Void Space. Hello, Void Space. Can you hear me?
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you.
Thank you so much. I'm currently on your website, and I saw the pictures that were used. What was the creativeness behind that? And do you plan to onboard more artificial artwork on your website?
Well, it was an interesting choice. We had various discussions around this, whether to use actual photographs. And our old website actually had actual photos, but these are stock photographs. And as a business, we've looked at opportunities or options of what to do around that. And currently, we've settled on graphics or drawings, just to give it an attractive, a neutral type look. But going forward, we've actually also considered undertaking a photo shoot. But take advice from professional designers to make sure that the look and feel of our websites and our material is in keeping with our target audience. We're always open to suggestions. But we'll try various things. Like I said, our previous website had photos, but they were good, but they were still stock photos. My preference is a photo shoot, if possible. But then Africa is a big place, and would have to take photos from across the place just to be representative. But we'll see. Keep tuned. Stay tuned. You never know what will happen next.
Oh, lovely, lovely. All the best to your project.
Thank you very much.
Okay, moving to our next participant. That is Mastermind. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, hello guys. What's up?
Hi.
Yeah, I saw you're talking about adding your network coil. How do you go about it? I don't really get it. Adding coil into network. I don't really get that.
Where did you see it?
Documentation. Yeah, I saw how to add coil network to Anchor. So I don't really understand that.
Okay, I'll help you there. You don't need to do that anymore. If you download the latest Anchor, KOY Network is actually a native chain on there, and it should just work out of the box. So you don't need to do that anymore. Previously, we hadn't been integrated into the Anchor wallet, but now we are, and the KOY Network is available directly. So you don't need to add it anywhere.
Okay, thank you so much. That's great.
Is that helpful? All right. Thanks for your question, Mastermind, and thanks for joining us.
Okay, moving to our next participant. Hello, comrade, can you hear me?
Hello.
Hi, comrade. Hi.
Am I audible enough?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes.
Hello, comrade, do you have a question for us?
Can I ask a question? Hello.
Yes.
How does KOY facilitate seamless integration with existing enterprise application and systems? Hello.
Hi. Good question. We carry out hard coding development to conduct the integration. An example, like in Kenya, because of the requirements by the regulator of interoperability, we've actually started our integration with the existing mobile money providers. We're interacting with the APIs, testing our backend to make sure that it's ready for when we go live. But generally speaking, it's a combination of technical expertise and general understanding with anyone that wants to interact with our platform. One of the things that we'll be doing going forward is the deployment of ISO 20022, which is the international standard that will be replacing Swift. And it's a target for us to be ISO 20022 compliant, which then make it very easy for our blockchain to integrate with our legacy banking systems, card payments, and various others, fintechs that would be aligned with that standard. So that is work that is ongoing. It will be quite a while, but it's something that we're planning to deploy. Beyond that, we're standardizing a lot of our platform, essentially using the ISO. Because we'll be issuing national currencies, we're utilizing ISO 4317, if I remember correctly, which governs the formatting of national currencies across the world. And that is already being deployed within our blockchain.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
May I ask another question, or is it enough like that?
I'm happy to listen to you. It depends on the rules. But yeah, by all means.
Okay, one last one. How does KOY handle data storage and retrieval for large volumes of business data on the blockchain?
The data is on blockchain directly natively. So we haven't. Well, I'm not sure what you're asking, really. You want to know how we extract data in large volumes?
Yeah, that's it.
I'm not a very technical person, but I can tell you we've got MongoDB running in the background. But our data in storage lives directly on the blockchain. The only data that's outside the blockchain would be the user identification information, which due to data residency rules will be on servers, app servers, within the respective countries of where these apps will be deployed. There are techniques for data extraction. I think I'll pass that to our technical guys. I'll try and get someone. Are you a member of our channel?
Yeah, I joined your Telegram yesterday. Okay,
I'll take your username and I'll get one of our more technical folks to contact you, and they're a better place to give you that information. It's very specific, so there'll be a better place to do that for you if you don't mind.
I'll appreciate it very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, moving to our next and last participant of today's event. Hello, William J. Can you hear me?
Hello, yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you too.
So how does K2.0 address the regulatory compliance across different regions, especially considering its focus on enabling business operation in Africa?
Great question, William. We are constantly engaging with the regulators across the different countries. Just as an example, we've directly been dealing with the Central Bank of Kenya since 2020, and going through the journey of regulatory approval, and we're doing the same in various countries to secure the right level of approval to be able to offer services. We'll be doing the same in the UK and in the EU, and also the Middle East. And these are designed to facilitate the ease of movement of funds, repatriation of funds from these areas back into the recipient countries that will be resident on the blockchain. So it's we actively engage regulators before we do anything, and that's our approach.
Okay, that sounds really great. So, what steps are being taken to ensure that KOY 2.0 remains complement with local and international regulations?
We've got various strategies around that. One of them is we deploy local companies because regulation is national. So depending on the type of country, some countries want to regulate a local company, in which case we deploy a wholly owned subsidiary in those places to then meet the local regulatory requirements. But we retain very good legal advice within those places, both locally and internationally. We've got lawyers across the place. We've got lawyers in Dubai. We've got lawyers in the EU, in the UK, in Kenya, and various other places. And collectively, this legal advice is utilized to create the environment for us to operate, and also to meet any requirements by the respective regulators in the areas that we operate.
Okay, that sounds really good. So lastly, Richard, can you please tell me, are there any upcoming updates or releases that you can share with us that users should look forward to?
Yeah, there are quite a few. We've got all sorts of things going on concurrently. Currently we're doing what we're calling KOY Advance, which is a stage the activities that precede us getting to exchanges, and also the fast-paying DApps, commercial DApps appearing on our platform. This KOY Advance will be running between now and Q1 of 2025. Phase 1, which we're in right now, is it ends when we hit an IEO. So between now and then, this is, we're targeting August, September time. There'll be various announcements for you to see. Today, there'll be one, and this is around how you can get hold of coin in an easy way. Look out for that announcement, potentially happening immediately after this meeting. But there'll be all sorts of things, including listings on exchanges, deployment of dApps, and also partnerships that we're signing up, a combination of crypto community partnerships as well as business partnerships. Examples of past announcements are we have a very good and strong, robust relationship with a company called African Sun Power in Burundi. And this is a Web2 business that we'll be assisting to bring onto Web3 by deploying various aspects of our blockchain to help them serve their customers, track data, issue rewards, and various other interesting things that you get to hear about as we go along.
Okay, thank you so much, Richard, for answering all of my questions.
You're welcome. Thanks for your questions, William. Thank you for your support. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, with that question answered, we really came to the end of our today's session. Thank you, Richard, for sharing your very valuable insight and taking time to answer all of our questions. It's clear that KOY 2.0 has a lot to offer, from its robust security features and optimized performance for business application to its focus on enhancing fintech and mobile finance and e-commerce sectors in Africa. We appreciate everyone who participated and asked questions. This session has provided a deeper understanding of how KOY 2.0 can drive growth and innovation in various industries. If you have any more questions that weren't addressed during this event, please don't hesitate to reach out to KOY Network team in their Telegram community. They are always available to provide more information and support. Before we end our today's session, do you have any closing remark, Richard?
Yes, please. Yeah, thank you for having us, and I'd like to thank your community for spending time, a whole precious hour listening to us and our project. We're very grateful for that, and we'll be grateful for your support of our project. We welcome new members into our community, and we feel collectively we'll be able to take this project even higher. You'll be joining a project that is well deployed, has a very strong team of developers, business people, community managers, and various others that make a good and vibrant crypto ecosystem or blockchain ecosystem. So, and we think your community will further enrich that. By all means, join up with us, contact us within the community channels, and look out for announcements, especially the one for today. You don't want to miss that. If you do, you'll miss out on staking rewards. Thank you very much, and we'll speak soon.
Once again, thank you all for joining us today, and stay tuned for more exciting updates and events from KOY Network.